I refuse to do a video on these broccoli-haired kids that got their fame from doing absolutely nothing. What is up? It's your boy Johnny Stream Live, BB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is. There's a few videos I gotta go over today. Actually, it's on one topic and it's from 3 different people's channels, but I'm gonna try and wrap this thing up. The whole Hussain Farhat debacle is going on right now, apparently. I don't know if you guys are up to speed, but if you go to Anabolic Sticks channel, he did a video called Why Greg Doucette and Hussain Farat Need to Be Stopped. That was followed by Greg's response to the rise and fall of Hussain Farhat, and then Hussain responded to I lost my natty card. Okay, so here's my thing, guys. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on this. I'm gonna tell you if I think what my opinions are in terms of Hussein's natty status, and how I feel about, Greg's reply and Anabolic Sticks, his video. Number one, how I feel about this entire thing in the first place. I think it's absolutely stupid. I think it's dumb. It's dumb. It's content, guys. You guys know me. I'm gonna try and find a way that I can create value out of this video. My opinion when it comes down to, guys, I don't do natty nut videos for this reason. It's speculation. It's not facts, right? Let's just say Hussain is 100% on steroids, but he has not said he's on steroids. Until he says he's on steroids, it's all speculation. I try to be consistent in all things. I try to be. I do my best. I'm not perfect when it comes to being consistent on all areas of my life, but I try my best. So when it comes to my own mental health, I have to govern myself with facts and judgments, right? There's difference between facts and judgments. Facts are basically what's actually happening, facts, right? And judgments are the things that we perceive, the things we put together, those things that are kind of made up. So for instance, you probably did this before, to maybe your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mom or dad, your brother, sister, whatever. You were like, yo, why are you so mad? Right? That's judgment. You don't know if the face they're making is a face that is reflecting what they're feeling internally. You just say, why are you mad? Like, why are you upset? Why are you pissed? And then they're like, I'm not, I'm actually confused. Could be the resting bitch face. You don't know. I try my best to be consistent in that way. These are the facts. These are the judgments, right? The facts are, Hussain has a physique that resembles someone who's on steroids because it is a very impressive physique. Or Hussain's a fake natty is a judgment. And everyone's completely, utterly entitled to their own opinion. They are, 100%. It's your opinion, you can say whatever you want. But there are always going to be opinions, there are always going to be speculation. So when it comes to the natty or not realms, I stay clear of this shit. I tried doing videos back in the day. It was basically like, if you're trying to, prove that you're natural, just shut your mouth. Just don't say anything. Just forget it. Because no matter what you do, people are going to have an opinion. There's some fun stuff in this, right? So
be careful when you make videos, because if you deliberately lie about somebody, it's actually known as libel. And so I'm going to sue, but then they make the video. And so if you, for example, start a video and say, Hussain Farhat is a pathological liar.
So Greg basically saying, like, on the other, I forgot there was another video, Greg said he'd try and sue me. Now, let's just make things very clear, guys. Nobody's making videos on YouTube out of the goodness of their heart. None of us are like, you know what? I can't wait to go out there and make videos in my altruistic life I want to just give away information for you guys to see, and that's all I care about. I don't want any dollars. I don't want any money. I don't want anything from it. No, right? No. We are all doing this because it garnishes some type of a wage. Now, how does it influence somebody's content is up to them. Now, I thoroughly enjoy making training content. I love making training content, right? I always say this all the time. 95% of the stuff that I put out is free. That higher value stuff, that premium, you gotta pay for it with coaching, right? We're all doing this because we want to benefit from the views, whether it's driven by someone wanting to be famous, whether it's driven by money, whether it's driven by power, or whether it's driven by pays for you to be creative. Number one, do you think Hussain Farhat is natural? I don't know, no, but yes, maybe, I don't know. Here's the reason why I say that, right? I know some athletes, myself, let's go get a picture of myself. So that is me back in the day, and I was 21 in this picture. Zero steroids, hated steroids back then. I thought people who did steroids were big cheaters, big losers. I believe that you can reach your physique doing, cell tech and nitrotech and stuff, right? That's me when it comes down to it. I would say my confirmation bias is like people like myself. So I grew up looking the way I did, and I remember very, very clearly of not thinking that I was really that big, right? I didn't. So when it comes to a guy like Hussain, I'm like, you know what? That's possible because I've done myself, just, being an athlete and whatnot. Now, the question is, it comes down to how fast did you get there, right? So myself, I looked kind of like this version forever. I've been training since I was 11 years old. By that time, I was already training for a decade. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the whole question comes. Can he really get, you know, is he really natural? Blah, blah, blah. Here's what I believe about Greg. This is exactly how I feel about this entire YouTube platform, this situation in Greg Hussain. I honestly do not believe that Greg is hiding Hussein's status. I don't. I just don't. If he was actually enhanced, I believe Greg would be like, yo, you're gonna F my business, right? Having said that, Greg's not dumb. If Greg goes on to your post and he comments and you're a little YouTuber, I believe that he does it on purpose to help that person's channel a little bit, but not like, hey, I'm gonna go on your channel because I want to make your channel grow. And I think, and they'll probably say the same thing. Now, back to the other argument. When you do natty or not videos, and Greg has done natty or not videos, we could all probably agree that his channel blew up the most from doing it. Like the old saying goes, what goes around comes around, or what you reap is what you sow, right? So if you put a video out about natty or not, and you're calling people out, then you are going to get people to call you out as well too. And you gotta kind of eat that. And I don't think Greg really cares too much about that. I think when it comes down to it, he understands that any type of attention is a good attention, because let's be serious, guys. Like, Greg is making content because he knows that content is gonna bring attraction to what he's selling, right? And he generally enjoys doing, you know, content. When it comes to Hussein and how he's responding to it, giving out or making, you know, crazy deals. If we think I'm a fake daddy, pay for my test, and if I fail the test, I'll give you $100,000, right? It's like, and the guy made the point in the video, basically, dude, I'm a broke student. I can't afford $1,000. Why don't you get someone else, like more place, more dates, and go over there, or like walk over there. Like, so when it comes down to it, if you're going to do that, if you're going to be like, hey man, I'll prove that I'm natty. If you don't believe me, watch this. If I was just saying, what I would do is, I would be like, hey guys, everybody, I'll get my camera crew, whatever, and be like, hey, we're going to get my blood work done, right? Because Greg made a great point in his video, right? When it comes down to it, if Hussein was on any kind of gear when he got a test right now, right, and he didn't, because you can't get a fake test in Canada. I don't know if this my man is from the States, from Canada. You can't get a fake test in Canada, right? You can't show up and be somebody else. But even photoshopping your name on, that's very easy to find out. Very easy. Goob you will get you, and that's the last thing you want to do. You can't fake your blood work in Canada. So if he was on something, Greg made the point. If he's on Anavar, it's going to take you 30 days to get out of your system. If you're on like Deca, Debo, anything that in your system is going to be there for at least 30 days. At least. So knowing that, Hussein, I would be like, you guys think I'm natural? I'm going to get a pop-up test right now. I'm going to go get one right now. And I'm going to go to whatever company, you know, might probably be, you know, sponsoring him. I'd even be like, hey man, yo, talk to Transcend. Greg, I want to, you know, get my blood work test so I can just put it in. I can prove these guys wrong once and for all, right? Period, right? That's do that. But don't do the whole, if you want to know if I'm natural, then you got to pay for it. If I fail that test, I'll give you $100,000. It just sounds like, oh, look at me, I'm an influencer and I got all the money in the world, so if you can do it, sure, test me. You probably can't anyway because you can't afford it. Like, you know what I mean? He's not doing himself any justice. John Bravo made a really good point. And he made a point on the story, and it was basically like, everyone's asked me to do a video on this Hussein, and he's like, I refuse to do a video on these broccoli-haired kids or influencers that got their fame from doing absolutely nothing. And I kind of agree. And it's not hate, because I know some people, oh, you're hating, man. Nah. No, like facts. Like if you're like, hey, how did Hussain Farat get popular? And you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, Greg did a natty or not on him? Okay, so okay, so Greg did a natty or not on Hussein, and then Hussein is now one of your most current, maybe possibly fake natties, right? And if it wasn't for Greg doing a video on Hussein and then him getting attention, when you look at why does he have so much attention, you're like, I don't really know. Like it's not like he's did something extraordinary to garnish, like, you know, some kind of real attention, like, you know, oh, the youngest bodybuilder go on stage natural and he on an NBC show and then got blood tested and he was natural. You know, that would be like, oh man, that's a great, you know, feat of some sort. We don't know. He was a kid who was small, who got big, and then Greg did a video on him, and then now he's one of the top fake natties, and that's why he's popular. So when it comes down to it, it's like, I kind of agree with John Bravo. It's like, what are we talking about here? We're really, you know, making us think about a kid who might possibly be on steroids, who's like, you know, using his Instagram or YouTube fame to coach people, right? It's like, who are we talking about here? There are like so many other kids out there that have like, I don't know, more interesting lives than this. So like when I watch his video, and as much as I watch it, I know he's your boy and whatnot, but like, to me it's kind of cringe. I mean, it's like, dude, if you really want to prove that you're natural, it's very simple. Just do it with some humility. Go up to like, hey man, you guys think I'm not natural? All right, cool. Check it out, man. I'm gonna go and get my blood work done. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. I literally did it. I did it myself. Right? And when it comes down to it for me too, it's like, look, if I end up doing anything, I tell you guys about it. It's just that for me, when it's like, okay, well, I'm a coach and my physique is on display and I'm a pro bodybuilder and I've been off for about 3 years, and I even said I'm now currently on HRT, and I was at 50 milligrams a dose per week, and then it's now up to 80. And I was even going to do the Master Olympia. I was like, I'm gonna do the Master Olympia. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I had the itch. I'm like, I want to compete. I got home. I was like, hey, I'm gonna do the Master Olympia. It's on the 9th. And my daughter's like, Dad. I'm like, ooh, it's your birthday. I'm not doing the Master Olympia. I'm not gonna do it. My daughter's birthday is a gazillion times more important than the Master Olympia, right? So I was like, you know, maybe I'll look for a master show to do because I wanted to do a show. I want to do one more show, right? To be honest, and the reason why is like when I went from 50 milligrams to 80 milligrams, literally I went from like 210, 11-ish to like 220. Like I was like, whoa, I'm like, geez, that's pretty cool, right? The point is I'm gonna tell you guys, right? Because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you magically look bigger, Johnny, and be like, should I just wait? It's like, no, I was gonna be transparent about it. And it's like, and really, I personally just don't care to, I got nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got nothing to hide, you know? So it's easier to live a life where you don't have to hide anything. So when you put yourself on display for people to watch, and you know they're gonna watch and they're gonna judge and all those things like that, I'm cool with it. But it just makes it easier to just do it with humility. I would almost guarantee that there wouldn't be so much hype on this if Hussein was a little more humble about his approach on, if you wanna prove that I'm not natural, put the money up, I'll bet you. I think everybody in this entire triangle, circle, what do you want to call it, I think they all have really good points. Every video has really good points, I understand, and they try doing it very, very diplomatic, but again, when it comes down to it, everyone's doing videos to just get attention for whatever it is. They're trying to gain some kind of attraction, put eyes on whatever service they have, or, you know, growing the channel. I think for the people that are watching, just like, you know, look at it for what it is. Take a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, if you're at the beginning of your fitness journey and you want to avoid making all the beginner mistakes that most people make, hit the link in the description below, johnnyfitness.com. Get on a 50-minute video call with me, and we'll go over your goals and see what we can achieve together. When I say we, I mean me and you, because I'm actually the person on the call. And look, if you're already in your fitness journey and you're kind of stuck, you're at a plateau, get on the call as well too. Hit that link in the description below, johnnyfitness.com. Get a 50-minute video call, and we will see how we can get past that plateau together. And use my code Johnny10 for 10% off NUTRACEUTICAL.com. Hit up my store, JohnnyStream.com, for all things one-time plans, training splits, ebooks, video consults, the works. Anyway, till next time, you guys know what it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.